Hey guys, welcome to a new review video. So today we're going to be looking at two other in-ear monitors that Final sent me. I decided to do them both at the same time because design-wise they're identical. It looks like they're just tuned slightly differently from what I can tell. So these are the Final VR2000s and VR3000s. From what I've understood, from what I've read, the VR2000s are more for competitive first person shooters, and the VR3000s should be a bit warmer for a more fun sound. And they should both be pretty good in VR as well, so I'm looking forward to trying that. So, the price. Excuse me. Now, let's go to Amazon. Right, now, the VR2000s on Amazon at the moment are $59.99. They're labelled as responsive gaming sound. Then the VR3000s are labelled as spatial gaming sound, and they are £68.99. But I'm pretty sure you can get them cheaper if you look around. That's just looking at Amazon right now. So, the stats. They both weigh 20 grams, so nice and light. Both have a 1.2 meter cable. Impedance is 18 ohms for both of them, so they'll be really easy to drive. The sensitivity is the only thing that's slightly different. 101 dB for the 3000s and 102 dB for the 2000s. So they should get plenty loud enough, even on a controller. The cable is oxygen free, an OFC cable, and they both have microphones built in with controls. It looks like there's 3 buttons for the controls, and that's it. The housing is made of ABS, and the color difference is matte black for the 3000s and dark olive for the 2000s. So the color is the way that you're going to be able to see what's different between them. Other than that, visually they're the same. So let's get into the boxes first. Get my trusty setup book. So we're opening the 3000s first, and they both come with, they're mounted with the hook design like some of the higher end stuff that I have, where it goes in and then hooks over your ear like that, and I absolutely love that design. So that's great that both of these go into your ear that way. Every time I need to open a box on camera, it becomes fiddly. Right, here we go. We're in. Oh, so we have a nice little touch for the price. A nice sort of velour bag to put them in. I think that comes with both of them. So we also have that's just a warranty card with that, so we don't need to read that. And there's the packaging when you take it straight out. So let's have a look. And just like the 500s, they come with 5 sets of ear tips. Right, now that that's there like that, let's open these as well. Pretty sure they're going to look exactly the same. Yeah, no warranty card in that one. Same little baggie. And then there we go. So almost identical apart from a slight colour variation, and the colours of the tips look a little bit different between, you know, each model. Right, so let's just take one set out and have a look. Those are the little hooks that you just put the cable in the little groove and then they go over your ear. I absolutely love that sort of design. Okay. So these are indeed stereo, unlike the 500s which weren't. So it'll have, yeah, these are the left, these are the right. I probably won't need to try the ear tips because they were the medium ones on the 500s fitted perfect. Just double check that again now. Yeah, so left and right. So the right side is the one that's got the remote, and the remote is indeed a 3-button remote. So you've got onboard volume control, I think. I haven't got the nails to peel this off. I don't think. Have I? Just I need to peel these things off as soon as I see them. Almost. So I'm going to be testing these over Xbox, PS5, PC. I'm going to some music through my MP3 player, and then VR and PC is probably where I'll be testing them the most. Right, there we go. So that's the remote. See the 3 buttons on it, and then there'll be a little hole in the back for the microphone. Okay. So let's put these on. You just wrap them over your ear. Over the ear, and then put them in like that. So straight away, nice and comfy, just straight in there. Even without the little hooks. Let's see if I can get in this. Get in this little bag. There we go. Right, so these tiny hooks, you just put the cable in the groove. Which there's like a little hook. Sorry, I'm nearly there. I've got like little rubber catches at each end. So basically, it looks like that. This should be a little bit further down. And then you put them over your ear. In there. And then that's that. So yeah, comfort is excellent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and give both these sets a real good try out. So as soon as I come back, I'll let you know what they're like on all the different platforms. So see you in a tick. Okay, so I've been using these now, the VR2000s and VR3000s, all weekend, and I've tested them across a variety of music and on all platforms. What I've found is they're both very similar, but when you're playing shooters, so Call of Duty, Counter Strike, if you have to like a competitive sort of sound signature where hearing footsteps is the priority, the VR2000s definitely are the ones. What they reminded me a little bit of when you're playing shooters is if you've ever tried the superhuman hearing mode on a Turtle Beach headset, where it lifts up the highs, it kind of reminds me a little bit like that. There's some bass in the VR2000s, um, but they feel a little bit lower, and the highs are a little bit higher. Other than that, these are physically almost identical apart from the colour to look at. That's the only way I can tell between them when you're looking at them. So yeah, for footsteps and competitive first-person shooters, the VR2000s are really good. Music-wise, instruments and male and female vocals sound really good. Maybe a little too peaky for my taste, but that's not what these are aimed at. And in VR as well, they give you a good. There's a good like spatial awareness, and they feel like there's a slightly wider sound stage with the VR2000. So by that I mean noises sound a little bit further back. Um, so yeah, for shooters and that sort of thing, VR2000s work really well. For everything else, the VR3000s just tick all the boxes. Considering they're less than £100, I've been testing them against, just to give you an example, some Dunu Titans or Dunu Titans, I don't know how you're meant to say it, because they've always been, for music, they've always been my favourite under £100 marks. And I've also tried them against much higher end stuff like Westone W40s, and some Shores. And these are, I don't even EQ, I've not even EQ'd these. I messed with the EQ a bit, and then I went back to the standard, signature, and that's where I think they're best. So even listening to rap, you've got a fairly decent bottom end. The sub bass is there when it's needed, and the highs are they're brought down just enough that you can still hear lots of detail with these. But it's not fatiguing. There's no sibilance. It's not like peaky. It's really, they're really good. So I'll put them on and then we'll do a microphone test. I've had some conversations with me friends online using the microphone, and apparently they both sound identical. So as soon as I've got the VR3000 plugged in, I'll just pop these in and we'll do a microphone test. So. Right, so the microphone is quite close to your face there. I don't know if you'll hear it rubbing on any of my beard. I didn't get any comments like that, but let's have a look. So I'll mute this microphone. Okay, so this is the audio test for the final VR3000s, which the microphone sounds the same as the VR2000. So this is what the microphone sounds like. And there we go. That's it. So the other thing, I've been testing out the remote on it to see what platforms the remote works on. So consoles, it doesn't. In fact, most in-ears that I've got that have got a remote don't work on Xbox and PlayStation. You know, but these worked on an Android MP3 player that I've got, and also my MacBook Air. I've been listening to YouTube and listening to music through that, and these work on that. They take control of the main volume, so you've got your up and down volume and your play and pause. So yeah, comfort wise, I love in ears that have got the little hook for mounting them over your ear, and because they don't feel. I mean, even ones without it don't feel like they're going to fall out, but these just don't. You know, having them mounted over the ear has always been. Most of my in ears are mounted this way. Some come with this hook, some don't. Um, but yeah, it's great. They're just, even if I pull on that, they're never coming out while I'm racing or doing anything. And speaking of racing, car engine sounds really do sound good with these. With music, when you're listening to some heavy metal, guitars sound just so full and like with body. The mids are really good. So I would run these without doing any EQ. Literally, they're just that V, enough of that V-shaped signature that I like when I'm playing games or listening to music. So they're still good. Like on Call of Duty, these you still hear the footsteps amazingly well. But like explosions going off nearby, they're much more. You know, it just sounds a lot better at the bottom end. So I think that's about it. I can't say anything else about them other than they are brilliant for under £100. I think the VR3000s will cover a wide range of use case scenarios. The 2000s I would keep for just that competitive FPS sort of sound signature. But for everything, to be honest, I would still use these for shooters because I prefer that slightly more full bottom end. And yeah, that's it. I'm out of comments. So yeah, as I said, thanks to Final for sending me these over for review, and thoroughly impressed. So there we go. Thanks for coming. Shall see you soon.